All right. Yay. Welcome everybody to Better Your Best. Susan Rutherford and I were very excited to be able to host Better Your Best together this time. I've done Better Your Best on and off for the last couple of years, and I love it. It's fun. I don't do it every quarter. Some quarters, the quarter with celebration, we all better our best that quarter, right? Like that's always a great quarter. But there are other quarters. And then Stampin' Up was doing a Better Your Best challenge. And we thought, well, it makes sense. Let's do it with Stampin' Up. So I'm really excited. We like you guys to introduce yourselves to each other so you know each other, because I don't think that everybody knows everybody. So I'm Melissa. And let's see, I'm going to go around the room and have people. So I'm going to go to Anita.
Ooh.
She
Off the
said,
bat, Austin, Melissa's group, and I've been in about just a year.
yeah.
Actually, in July was a year.
Yay.
I didn't have trouble bettering my best because I didn't have anything last April.
Well, you knocked it out of the park in several arenas, so you did great. Claudia.
There you go, unmuted. Hi, I'm Claudia Locke, and I live in Burnett, Texas. Sorry. This is not my craft room. I'm at a crop in Corsicana, Texas. So this is a store called Scrap and Good Time. So I'm here this weekend with some girlfriends and carved time out for y'all this weekend for this. So I live in Burnett. This is my second go around with Stampin' Up. I'm under Susan. So I've been in since February, Susan. I believe this is my second quarter now. So yeah, so lots of fun.
We've been looking at the place in Corsicana because my brother lives there, and I was looking at that crop place. So we'll have to hear a little bit more about that. So
happy. I've been coming here for 15, 16 years, so a long time.
Okay.
So happy to help you.
Oh, cool.
So hi, everybody.
Hey, yeah, Miss Pat, you want to go?
Hi, I'm Pat Mora, and I'm in Southwest Austin. And I don't remember when I joined, sometime this year.
I don't either, Pat. Because you've been a customer since before then. It's just kind of was a seamless integration from customer to team member. So
well, I'm delighted to meet you all. Thank you.
Yay. Patsy.
Yes. Hi, I'm Patsy Palmer, and I live in Coppers Cove, and I've been a demonstrator 8 years now.
8 years.
At the end of June, 8 years.
Woohoo! Amazing. All right, Miss Terry.
Hi, I'm Terry Bouquet. I live in the St. Louis, Missouri area near Scott Air Force Base on the Illinois side. So you'll always see me say that I'm from the Lou, which is St. Louis. It's our little nickname. And I was in Stampin' Up for 3 years. I stepped out for 6 months, found Melissa, came back. I know, awesome sauce. And it's been 5.5 years now, I think. And I'm just, I can't tell you how much I love all of you. I mean, you're just incredible. So, hi, guys.
Yay, nice to see you, Terry. All right, Sarah.
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Puma. I'm under Melissa. This go around, I think I was a demonstrator for like, 6 or 7 years. And then previously I was a demo for like 15 years. Moved from New York to Texas. So I'm lucky to have found Melissa and our group. And I live up in Hutto, so it's North Austin. And yeah, that's me.
North Austin. Janet, your turn.
I can quit stuffing my face. I'm Janet. I live in Austin, and I signed up under Susan. Don't ask me how many years, because I don't know. It's been 2 or 3 something. I don't know. 4
at least. Yeah.
I don't know.
Time flies.
Time flies, when you're having fun. So
that's all right, Geraldine.
Hi, I'm Geraldine Brotherman, and I can't get my video to look better. It's just focusing down, but that's okay. I still have a halo over my head, right? Anyway, I have been working with Stampin' Up! I went in under Janet, who's under Susan, in the last year, and really enjoying doing this because it's a way to just decompress sometimes and, just create. And it's been nice to meet some of you people or some of you ladies already, and look forward to this evening. Thank you.
Yay. Susan, you want to go ahead?
Sure. Well, I'm Susan Rutherford, and I have been a demonstrator for 8 years now. And this is our first time to do a Better Your Best party, and we're really excited to be here. And we had one other person, Carol Ray. She's in Colorado for the summer, and her packet has yet to make it across the mountain. So, and she had plans tonight, so she couldn't be here. But we had uh, two folks, Claudia and Carol, who are back into Stamping Up, who had come back a second time and came in like gangbusters. And then Janet bettered her sales from the previous year, and Geraldine moved up a level. She moved to silver. So we had several nice successes in our midst. And so that made it a great time for us to join you in a party. And thank you for including us.
Absolutely. The other folks that we have on our team, so we have Jill and Crystal, who both bettered their best in sales. Glenda, who had a gangbuster quarter. Bonnie is under Sarah, and Lisa is under Terry, and Rhonda Lewis is under me, and Rhonda recruited. So we've actually, it was a very good quarter for many, many people. So we're going to do a couple projects. We're going to take a little break and we're going to just play a little game-ish thing. I don't know where we're going with that, but it's just an opportunity for us to give out prizes, honestly. I mean, let's just get real. Right?
Yay.
I know, why not? And then we're going to do the third card. So I did 3 cards. I am responsible for the designs, and if there's inaccuracies in measurements, which there is, I will mail you, I'm going to email you guys a link to the recording and a new clean PDF. There is one measurement that is off. It is not a measurement that affects you guys. It affected Susan when Susan was trying to cut cardstock. But Susan and I had a good laugh this week because at one point she's like holding the card and she's like, it's not the right measurements. And I was like, Susan, flip it this way. And she goes, oh. And I was like,
Yes.
either you've had no coffee or too much coffee. I was like,
I
what?
can't even know, but it was a moment.
It was so funny.
Communication is such a good skill because it was like suddenly the card worked.
I
but
know. It
I
was
couldn't get there.
so funny. It was so good. And I'm so thankful to have Susan as an accountability partner and a friend along the way. And we can have a good laugh at ourselves when things don't quite go the way that we think they're going to go. We're super excited about today. So let's get to some projects. All right. So I'm going to spotlight this. Okay, so now you can see my hands, everybody. Yeah, cool. Okay, excellent. So what you received in the mail was a half a pack of the Memories and More. This is the Thoughtful Journey Memories and More. And so, with Memories and More that they're divisible by 2, which makes them a great thing for teaching card classes and stuff, right? Because they're super affordable and we like that. And I also like that they're done for us. The other thing you got was a half a pack of the brushed brass butterflies. And I am so glad that we kept these around so that I could practice my brushed brass butterflies sentence without tripping on myself and saying bad words. Because that is really all the word I could get out on that one. So hopefully you've got that and you are ready to play a little bit. We have 3 card packets. And if you didn't open the PDF because you didn't want to be, you didn't want your surprise stolen, that's totally fine. So this is our first card and it's on Mossy Meadow. So one of the things you'll know about the about Memories and More is that sometimes they are a little more memory keeping than we would like. So for instance, this one says making memories, and you're like, well, that's hard to make a card out of, right? And that's great if you wanted to use them in pocket scrapbooking or regular scrapbooking. And this one says treasured memories. I really liked this card, but I didn't like this. So I thought it would be fun to take this other card and punch this out. Now, let's say that you don't want to punch it out because you don't have the modern oval punch, which if you don't have the modern oval punch, then that's sad. But you could trim around here. It's really easy for those of you who don't have the punch. So you can just fussy cut this, and you can fussy cut the oval and stick it on there. But if you do have the punch, which I do, I was very excited to see that this just fit in here perfect. And then you could use this for something else. So I had thought about, I didn't do it on this one, but you could use this to make like a window on another card. And I thought this would be really cool. So this would make a really cute window. And even though it's wild wheat, and we hate wild wheat, it would be very lovely. I do look forward to the day when wild wheat goes away. But this could be a really cute kind of window card with like a little sentiment or something popped up. So keep this and use it because you can make a shaker card. There's lots of things you could do with this. So this one goes together pretty easy. This one's super easy. So you are going to trim down these. So these large cards are 4 by 6, which you could tell doesn't fit on here. I trimmed this side down so that the white was here. You could offset it, you could kind of do this, and I'll do that on this one just so that you can see. So with this one, these are 6, and we want it to be 5 1/4. So we're going to cut off 3/4 of an inch. And you could keep your little scrap. I don't know. I'm sure we could do something with that. It's pretty. All right. And we're just going to glue this down. So Susan and I, we really like the look of these cards, and we really like the color scheme. And I like that the colors can be really soft, or they can be like, this is Mossy Meadow, which is a, nice kind of more natural green color. And so I was excited to get to play with this. I like with this one because you can see a little bit of the green bars on either side. So I liked that you could see that when you use the modern oval punch. A couple of dimensionals back there. And then we'll use some of our brushed brass butterflies. I'm so good at saying those. Hope they don't take them away. I'm now an expert at brushed brass butterflies. Oh yeah, we use these at our stamp camp too. I forgot about that. We like these a lot. My brushed brass butterfly kick. That was a little bit slower.
Does the white piece go on the inside?
It does. I gave you a white piece for the inside. I did not put a piece on the inside. And what I liked what Susan did was she took her little scrap and you put it on the inside, didn't you, Susan? This little scrap she put right here, which I thought was really cute. So I'm gonna do the same thing. No paper goes unused, right? Look at that. Love it. Okay, so that's like the simplest card, right? But if you think about a brand new stamper who's never used a punch before, right? Like they would be everybody loves a good punch, y'all. Like there's magic in the punches. And it's beautiful. It's easy. This is a card. We all need thank you cards. And those brushed brass butterflies really add a little touch. We used to get sticker sheets in our Memories and More. These 2 Memories and More packs from the annual catalog do not have sticker sheets. But we have seen the holiday catalog, and that one does have sticker sheets. They're bringing them back. So I thought they were just permanently done with sticker sheets, but they're not, thank goodness, because I like the sticker sheets. I think they add a little bit more dimension, some interest. You can do a little bit more with them. So I'm excited that the reindeer set in the holiday catalog has some stickers. And the sticker sheets there also are two of. So like, again, those Memories and More packs are completely divisible, which is perfect. We love that. So, okay, card number one.
Did you use the big butterflies or the little? Oh, you did one of each.
I did a big one and a
And a
little
big one.
and then I did another little baby one down here on the tag. I
Well,
did
I'm
three.
gonna follow your lead.
I figured that's what I do with embellishments. When someone does embellishments on a card, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do exactly what they did. Because sometimes I feel like I either over embellish or under embellish, or I put them in weird places.
Well, and I only had enough of the butterflies for my 4 people. I had 2 packs, and I didn't have time to get another one in. So they did come in today. So my last card has butterflies, but I used the dragonflies, that other pack that has the.
And I didn't know that that was still good. And I didn't
Oh,
know
I
that
hope it is.
they are. And
Yeah.
I had used all but one dragonfly, and I ordered myself a fresh pack because I
Yeah.
really love these dragonflies and birds. And so I did not know they were still good, but they are, because I ordered myself a fresh pack of them. I was like,
Right.
oh, so pretty. And these are actually a little bit thinner than the butterflies, like in terms of
They
thickness.
are.
So these go through the mail. I mean, these go through the mail fine, but these go through the mail even better, I think. So
Melissa, where do you find those Memories and More cards in the catalog? What are they listed under?
perfect. So they are considered an easy breezy. So they are on page 26 and 27 in the catalog. So, and you know what, because we're such experienced stampers, it's so easy for us just to kind of breeze past this section, right? And so they're right after, and they look very scrapbooky, right? Like they look like it's just a whole lot of scrapbooking. And so people who make cards are going to probably pass by them pretty quickly. And I wanted to show you, I have the other pack that's in here, the Unbounded Beauty. And I think that if you don't see them in person, I think it's easy to poo-poo them, right? And be like, meh, those aren't interesting to me. I don't know how I would use them. How would I use them in my business? So I want to show you. Oh, and I do want to say one thing though. So my only other caveat is that I don't love the mixed set of white assorted Memories and More cards and envelopes, because the small ones are not mailable in the United States. And so you only really get half, I think, only get half the value of this pack. The small ones they're nice for like gift inserts and stuff, like if you want to put them in a gift bag or something, but you can't mail them. And so that's why I've started doing a lot of my own card bases when it comes to Memories and More, because I want full size mailable cards. Like that's my intention, you know? So, so just FYI, you know, I think that I don't like the ones that they have. But let me show you between this card and the next one. Let me show you this other pack real quick, because I think if you see this. So this is the second Memories and More card pack, and it is called Unbounded Beauty. Oh, okay. So this is the one that goes to the Unbounded Beauty. And I do keep mine in a DVD case, because I find with the odds and ends and little bits, I just find it's easier just to keep them, you know, in one of our little, you know, spare cases. But let me show you the big cards and I'll show you the littles. So there's this I Love Us, which is super cute. And you could trim this down to fit on a standard card. It would be just fine. And then the back side of that one is kind of a bright print. Hooray, let's celebrate. That's perfect, right? Birthday cards, whatever, weddings. And the back of that one says make time to play. Maybe not so useful, but we could put something on top of this and kind of use this format, right? Like there's something nice about this arrangement. So this one is a flower. So it's got this like floral from that Unbounded Beauty. And then the back side of it is that very Lily Pulitzer looking pattern. Here's to another year. Okay, I don't think this is a very exciting piece, but maybe if I cut out these flowers, right, and put them in the middle here, now that would be nice, right? And then the back side of that one is this really scripty hello, which has kind of got a faded color to it. It's like an ombre look. It's really pretty. And then there's this print, which is kind of busy. And then happy birthday. And then that's the other hooray, let's celebrate. And then the small cards from this one, thank you so very much. And the back side of that is like a little print. There's this, which I love, this polka dot one. And this is nowhere in that DSP or anywhere. Like this is kind of unique and fun little, I like this one too. I think this is cute. I find sometimes they're more imaginative with the little ones than they are the big ones. There's this kind of diagonal. Today was a good day. This stripe, XOXO. You could cut these and use these on multiple cards. Cute little vignette. Probably could be die cut with the die set that goes with this Unbounded Beauty. And florals. I like the shape of this one. Like you could stamp something cute here, you know, that has a cute shape. Grateful for you. Love this card a lot. I think this one's really cute. Together, XOXO. Again, I like the composition of this card a lot. If you stamped a little sentiment there, this is perfect. So nice cards. So this is the other set. So right now there are 2 Memories and More card packs out. This is one, and then the one you guys have is the other. So.
Melissa, how big are those, the last ones that you had shown us?
Yeah, so
Oh,
these,
that's small. Okay.
these are the small ones, and these are the ones that are 4
3 by 4.
Yeah, 3 by 4. Good,
Thank
good
you.
call, Carrie. I was like 3 by 4.
So
Because-
each set comes with the 2 different sizes?
They do. Yep, and you get 2 of each card. So you can split them in half, you know, you could share with a friend, but you get the big cards and the little cards in a pack. So this is a complete package.
Well, and I will add that Melissa kind of revolutionized my thinking about these cards because I never looked at them in the catalog, never, until we started planning stamp camps. And one, I thought it was scrapbooking, and I'm a scrapbooker, but I wouldn't pause there. And then 2, and I'm going to tell on myself, she would say, well, you can cut this out of this. And I was like, what? You can cut them up? You know, I just hadn't gotten there in my thinking that you could really mix it up and make really fast, easy, pretty cards, and that it was a great thing for a class, a great place to start with card makers. And I just love them now. But at first I was quite skeptical, wasn't I, Melissa? And now I'm really sold on them, and I stop every time when I see them in a catalog because I think, what is it we could do that would give you, you know, and sometimes in our stamp camps, 10 cards. You walk away with 10 cards. And so and some creative thinking that goes along with it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think these started with, Stampin' Up partnered with Becky Higgins and Project Life. And I was there when Stampin' Up launched that partnership, and it was at a convention, and Becky Higgins came to convention. It was a really big deal for those of you in the memory keeping world. You know Becky Higgins' name. And I got an autographed Project Life set from Becky Higgins and Shelli Gardner, and I won 2. And the deal was they picked one person from every state, and you got 2 of these packages, and one you had to go hide somewhere. It was a scavenger hunt. And on your social media, you had to post clues about where it was. And then people who were following you and Project Life and Becky Higgins, you did all the hashtags, would go find it. So I'll pull it out in a second when Susan does the game, because I've kept my set for sure. And my friend Jill Caldwell is the one who found the second set So I was in South Carolina at the time, and we didn't have a lot of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators in South Carolina at the time. And so I was picked as the person in South Carolina to get it. And I went to the College of Charleston, and I worked there, and I went to their security, and I said, hey, I want to do a scavenger hunt, but I want to do it on campus. And I don't want you to think I've like placed a bomb in Cistern Yard or something. I was like, I just want to be like, everybody's cool with this, right? So I got their permission to hide it. I told them where I was going to hide it. And it was so great. It was probably one of my like top 10 Stampin' Up! Memories. But ever since that point, I've used the Project Life, these pocket memory cards, to do card making because I think they're really fun. And at the time with those, sometimes we would get washi tape with them. I mean, we got all sorts of things in those packages. And so Stampin' Up! Has definitely changed their approach when they ended their relationship with Project Life, which Becky Higgins has now shut all of that down because she's kind of retired out of that. They changed their approach and how they did it, but I knew these were fun. And so anyways, I hope y'all have fun. Because I love them. So, all right. Card number 2. So card number 2 is actually a pocket card, and I am terrible at writing directions. So the written directions on this one are probably not very good because I just need to show you how to make this card. I cannot write you how to make this card. So this card is actually going to pull out. So we're going to focus on making the card base first, and then we'll make this cute little insert piece. So let's focus on the card base. So the card base is fresh freesia, and we're gonna go ahead and we can seal up this piece here. So I'm just gonna I will tell you, I used tear and tape on this one, and there must be the humidity, I don't know what's going on, but it did not stay sealed very well. So I'm just gonna use a wee bit of Tombow. And I'm just gluing it. I'm not closing it. So I want to leave the pocket part, right? So I'm just putting glue on the side and the bottom. And
And Melissa, I would add that for the folks that I prepared packets for, I did not cut off this top, so you will need to do that yourself.
Okay, so I did cut it for
practice in cutting.
I know. I was like, I did cut it for my folks.
You spoiled them.
Well, it's a 2-inch piece. So your front panel is, 4 1/4. You're going to go 2 inches in and you're going to trim it off. So it's going to leave you a 2 1/4 inch panel here. What that does is it leaves you with a 2-inch that we're going to cut from this cute little polka dot piece. So you can trim, and I know I'm destroying a really beautiful card. The Thinking of You Today is gorgeous. I agree, but the polka dots are really cute. So you could maybe destroy a different one if you wanted. I didn't find a better choice.
Well, how are we cutting that, please?
So just 2. So you're just going to cut it in half at 2
inches over.
And then you're just going to trim to 5 1/4. So you're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off. So I'm going to cut this end off because I like that color less. So 2 by 5 1/4. If I was smart, I would have used the other one I had trimmed earlier, but whatever. I'm not smart. All right, so now we're just going to put this on the bottom half of our card with some glue.
I use these all the time, Melissa, but I never thought about, I usually just flap them on, a card, but this is really cool.
Yeah, you can do some really cool stuff with them. And I think that's the other thing is, yes, you can make some really fast cards, but you can also make some really fancy cards with them too, if you wanted to. That's why we're doing some fancy tonight. All right. And then we're going to find our Celebrate Today card. I really liked this one and I wanted to use this one really bad, just saying. I didn't want to introduce a stamp set, and this really begs to be stamped. You can use it later. That's for you. Oh, and I really do like this one too, but I didn't use it. They're all really lovely, honestly. But okay, what am I looking for? Celebrate Today. Where are we at? Sending all my love. Oh, that one's kind of cute too. I don't think we use that one. I might use that one for this one. Celebrate today. Whichever one you want. Yeah, I think it needs this one. Contrast. Yeah, contrast. Okie dokie. So with this one, we're just gonna glue the bottom half. So just make sure you can still gain access to your pocket. So just glue the bottom half. Pocket cards are always kind of a wow for me. Like people are always like, "Oh, fancy." And we're gonna add some really cute little butterflies, of course. So why not? So cute. And then we're gonna make this little internal piece. So this is the part you would pull out, to be able to, write on. And I used this one, The Best Day Ever, because I feel like it had the right colors on it. When I used it on here, I have this pattern as the back pattern. I don't really like that. I think I'm going to do the opposite this time. So I think this time when I do glue it down, I'm going to glue it down with the blue so that The Best Day Ever kind of shows when they pull it out, like, because I think this is less desirable to me, but you can do whatever you want. So we can get our little paper trimmer. And I think that's the only thing. I mean, you do have to have a paper trimmer if you're going to start to get wild and cut these things, so. And this was the measurement that I had very, very wrong on your sheet, right, Susan? So, so this is going to be, it's going to be 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. So 4 3/4, 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Just a wee bit off the bottom, not much. But this will make it pocket sized. So it actually fits really nicely in the pocket and it comes out really easily and people don't like rip the whole thing apart. So the other thing you'll want to do is you're going to want to make sure to put your tab down first. So glue your tab onto your paper before you glue your white sheet. I like the hidden. I want the tab to be hidden on the front. I didn't want it to be over this. I thought that looked kind of ugly like this. I didn't like that. So I glued it under like so. Yes.
And if you don't have that punch or die, you can use other punches where you just cut it in half and make a little tab. So,
yes.
but have you enjoyed that tab punch? Did you get the punch or the die? Which
I did get the punch because I love a good punch, and I do like it a lot. Because I use it to make tabs. I can make tabs for my planner. I can make tabs for my catalog. I tab lots of things. This comes from law school, I think. Like I tabbed, like my books were like just fluttered with like tabs up and down. So I love a good tab. But I know that's not everybody, but I say the punch just because the die, like I don't know. So the
you can
tab,
just grab the punch and go, and I have had that one on my wish list, shopping list, but I just wondered how you were enjoying it because I have not purchased it yet.
I
So
like
I did a
yeah.
half punch. Yeah.
So you have it.
I'm very
How are
happy.
you gonna pull that out? Wouldn't it go on the other side?
So, that's funny. So, Susan put it on the top as well. Like she put it up here.
Yeah.
I put it on the side because I think it fits really nice on the side. So,
You're right. You're right.
because that's how I cut the paper to work for it. I cut it so it would accommodate the tab on the side. I had a vision Which sometimes comes to life and sometimes doesn't. And then I did put a little brushed brass butterfly on the tab as well, just to draw attention to it. I wanted to make sure that we saw our situation.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cute. And these are cute because if you have little soap samples or, like like the Posh staples, Susan, that you and I have, you can tuck those in here. You could tuck a gift card in here. I mean, so I love a good pocket card. And to me, sometimes pocket cards, you don't even need an envelope because like in this case, you hidden what you're writing. And so I could do like for teacher appreciation, I could do these, tuck a little thing in, and then I don't even have to put them in an envelope. I can just put them in their boxes like this and they would be happy. So, there's something. One less thing I have to buy. So this is it with the blue kind of facing, and this is it with the kind of multicolor. I mean, you can barely tell the difference, but
the point was on the back, you would see the other one better, I think. I like that idea.
yeah, I like having this on the back versus having this on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cuter. So this is less cute. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. It's too moody, I think.
For a celebration card, right?
Yes, it looks a little dark for the mood we're going for. And this says, best day ever. So I think that's really cute.
If you had a lot you wanted to write, you could put the white on the back also and
You could
have a front and back to write. Well, I mean, of the tab, the one you pulled out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can have that be double-sided to write if you have a lot you want to write.
That's true. You could do that. And
Good
one
idea.
year when I did these for teacher appreciation, I actually did a panel. I did a pocket card with a bookmark and a hand soap or hand cream. And then we flipped them over and we printed like a little thank you note from the PTA. And then I adhered them to the back. So yeah, I mean, you can keep going. I mean, these can be, they can definitely, there's lots of room to write on this. It looks limiting at first, but it's not. Cool. All right, Susan, we're going to take a break and you're going to do something fun and I'm going to spotlight you.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez, she
Oh,
said.
gee.
Oh, gee.
Okay, well, this is our Better Your Best party, and it's Friday night, and I hope you have something to drink, alcohol or not, it doesn't matter, just something to relax. And, people have been known to be in their PJs during these things. So I just want you to be relaxed. So we didn't necessarily want to do any hardcore contests, but I thought, while we were doing the last card, I put everybody's name into a little cup so that we can draw the prizes. But we're not going to have contest winners. We're just going to have conversation. And so I have two questions, and anybody can answer. If you want to, wave at me, I can't see everybody. So you can just talk and we will, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. So the first question I had for everyone is, what is your go-to tool? What is the tool that you have that you can't live without? If you're like Claudia and you're somewhere else tonight and you're at a crop, what is the tool that must be in your bag? The one that you would tell if a friend is going to buy a starter kit, this must be in their purchase. Who has an answer? What's the first thing?
The cutter, the paper cutter.
Paper cutter. I see several votes for that. Yes, paper trimmer.
Paper trimmer.
I
What
saw
else?
snips.
Take your pick
Snips.
tool.
Take your pick. There you
Yep.
go. What else? Claudia, what was that?
That was the take or pick tool.
Oh, that was the take your pick. Oh, bone folder.
Bone folder. Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Well, I have to have some sort of adhesive.
Oh, well, yes. Yes. And what would your favorite adhesive be, Pat? What kind do you like best?
The Tape runner.
Tape runner.
Mhm.
Terry Lynn is waving Tombow. I see that.
I bought something, it's not Stamping Up product though,
Oh, you're in trouble.
but they're at
You're-
Walmart,
you're with
but
friends.
they are titanium non-stick scissors so that you can cut the paper where you have your glue, you know, and
Ah,
and I love them. They are, and they're super sharp and nice.
Yeah.
It's a
Very
good
nice.
brand, Westcoff.
Mm-hmm.
Good
that's a
ribbon
good
scissors.
recommendation.
Yeah. ribbon
Absolutely.
scissors. Yeah, for sure.
I saw Claudia waving dimensionals.
Mhm.
I have not seen anyone in our crafting circle. We call them devil dots. I think I may have even heard Sarah say devil dot occasionally, the little flat white dots that come in a lot of the kits.
Oh, I hate
People,
those.
okay, see, people
I
either
love
love them
them.
or hate them, right?
I use them
So,
all the time. I made
yeah.
a gift card for somebody yesterday, 2 days ago. And instead of doing a pocket for the gift card, I put a mini dot. And so the gift card stuck to the inside. And then when she peeled it away, she saw the amount under the gift card.
That's,
So I thought that was and
that's
you
a,
can roll them off. I mean,
Yeah.
they're permanent, but they're really not. So
I like glue dots. I just don't like those that come in the little paper pumpkin
in the
thing.
kits,
'Cause I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
little
oh, I hate
enough with
those.
the dimensional papers than to have those little tiny pieces
Yeah.
too much.
Well,
well,
so
I
when
had
you think of all the things that y'all have named, if someone comes to you and says, I'm going to do a starter kit and I don't have anything, you've just named off, the things that we all consider pretty critical to have. So that's a good list. Oh, and Janet's showing the chamois, which is also a great
Mhm.
investment.
Smart.
And, those things are wonderful. It was a great addition to our supplies. So think about that, and it doesn't hurt to just have a list handy in your back pocket so that if people say, well, what is it that I need? Or if you want to make up, couldn't probably add a paper trimmer in there, but some of these other things you could make up small adhesive kits or supply kits that could be sold at classes too, and then I know that Melissa and I often have just a few things on hand for that person that it shows up and doesn't have everything they need, just to give them a little test kit. Well, so I have a second question, but I think I have two prizes. Melissa, you have two prizes.
Mhm.
Shall I draw for one of yours and one of mine?
Yeah, sounds good.
And then we'll do a second question real quick and on to the third card.
Yeah.
Hi, Glenda.
Hi.
Did you just join us?
Just now. It's not gone well for me today.
Well, we are glad you're here. I'm sorry, but
Thank
you are here, and that's great. Okay, the first person is Pat. Pat, you are a winner. And
Bravo.
so, Melissa, what do you have, or how do we want to do this?
Well,
Huh?
I have a
Okay,
set
I'll
of
go get some.
iridescent adhesive backed discs or a full Memories and More pack if you wanted to make more of these cards of the Thoughtful Journey Memories and More. So it's up to you.
Oh, tough decision. I'll take some Memories and More.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just put it in the packet that I already need to deliver to you since I'm a Terry.
Thank you so much.
Just tuck that right in there for you.
All right, let's draw another one, and this will be from my stash. And the name I have drawn is Patsy. We have Pat and Patsy. We're on a roll here.
On a PP roll.
Okay, so I have the flat adhesive back pearls, which I just love and have been a fun thing to use. And then you already have this, I think, unless you want another one, soft pastels assortment, because you came to Stamp Camp. Oh, I think you're muted, Patsy.
Yeah,
There
the
you go.
pearls, please.
Pearls.
Yes,
I'm putting
please.
your name on it. I'll get it in the mail to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the second question that I had that we'll take a few answers for is when you are looking at the new catalog, the mini catalog, if you've taken, Melissa and I have done a lot of talking about intentional purchasing. Like there are things that strike you right away that you have to have, and then you have to decide, well, am I buying this for me and this is going to be part of my personal stash, or am I buying this for a class? Am I, what is the purpose? Because truthfully, we all could go through that catalog and before you know it, you've ordered way too much for your budget. And what are you going to do with all of that? So being strategic is a good thing. And so I wondered if anybody had some initial, what's at the top of your shopping list and why is it sitting at the top of your shopping list?
Snowman star with the mother snowman or is a snowman, Santa Claus, and Mrs. Claus. Because I only have the one arm, it's a lot easier for me to punch than to roll it through the die cut. So that was that's on the top. And I even tried to move it to a second place. No, it went back to the top. I love it.
Is it the little chubby ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
lovingly calling that the sumo wrestlers is what we're calling.
I love
because they are
that.
so cute.
The Sumo Santa.
Sumo
Yeah,
Santa.
Sumo Santa. There you go. And so
Yes,
Terry, why is it at the top? What is your intention for that?
Well, first off, I was inspired that they did a fold like the star, so you can see it. And there's a contest coming up at one of my craft shows, and it's a wreath decorating contest. So my intention is to do Santa, Mrs. Santa, and the snowman in this wreath using that star fold, and then the tag on the wreath will sponsor my Stampin' Up business.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let's take one or two others. Who else has a favorite or something at the top of their shopping list? Because shopping starts Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anybody? Anita?
I love that splendid autumn set. And that the little purse looking thing or the little frame looks kind of intriguing, like could be cute. Plus you have all the autumn paper and stuff.
And so what would you use that for? What would you be purchasing it for?
For myself, just to make cards. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's a good reason. Who else? I think I saw Patsy raising her hand and Sarah. Let's do you two and then we'll draw some more.
Okay, I've the same one as Anita, but I would use it for my classes coming up in August and September for the fall.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and on that note, that's one that I have at the top of my list, and that little framed purse, I think, is going to be the tag for my retreat boxes. That's what I'm kind of aiming for, is to make little retreat tags out of it. I've just spoiled it for a few people who are coming, but it's okay. They won't mind. Sarah, what was yours?
I love the whole Reindeer Days collection. I love the little boxes that are
the boxes,
the paper, the stamps and dies. I have a new plan for my Christmas card. I used to do like a buffet, and I'm going to design like 10 cards and have people pre-order so many of each card, whatever they want to make, and then have some sessions. And so I definitely am going to have a couple options with the reindeer on them because they're so cute.
That's a good tip too, to order which ones they want. I like that a lot, Sarah. Okay, well, let's draw two more. Melissa, maybe we both show what we have left and see what people might want to choose between the two. Do you have the dots? This is for Janet. So,
Janet, do you want iridescent adhesive backed dot disc or some chalk, some pastels?
Iridescent dots, I believe.
Okay, sounds good. I will mail them to you.
And so the last person, if you already have the pastels, I will find something else for you. I happen to have a few extras of those. Okay, last pick is Sarah. Sarah, do you have these yet?
I do have them, but you know what? I'll take them because I think I'm going to do a bingo between now and end of year too, so that'll be a good
Perfect.
prize.
Perfect. I will get it in the mail to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Back to you, Melissa.
All right, I'm going to spotlight and we're going to make this last card. Before we make the last card, I'm so glad I was able to find this in my thing. So here is the signed box by Becky Higgins and Shelli. So sweet. So this is what our project life used to come in. So we got these really big boxes, and what I liked about them was they stood up and you had the big cards in the back. There was actually a back panel piece where you could have the stickers. And this kit, for instance, came with like stickers and washi tape and enamel stickers. I mean, it was so much stuff in these kits. This was crazy. And then there was a front panel and there was like 1,000 cards in here. I mean, it's like way more cards than what we get now. And then this was for pencils or pens. You could put a little, we had a Project Life, we had a pen that actually worked. So, and then it was all kind of like contained in this little box and it was super cute. So anyways, I still have my box and I have lots of these. And one of the things that we didn't have on here was they never wrote the colors. And so I actually wrote the colors on here because I knew I would never remember them nor find them ever again. So that was a smart move that I did. So anyways, this is that's why I've been so hot on this for so long. So now Susan, I don't think I ever even told Susan that story before. So that's her first time hearing it too. All right. So my team will know that I've made this card style before. And I like this style because it sits up and it's really cool and it's super impressive. People love to have these on their mantle. If someone's going to have a card on their mantle for a long, long time, this is one of them. They're also great for like hospital people, like hospital visits, because they can actually sit on their hospital bed, like tray and stuff. You know how the other cards kind of slide down eventually or whatever. I like that these can sit up. So these are really great for if you're going to go visit someone in the hospital. You can make this with different measurements. So if you wanted to make this a little bit easier, you could have 1-inch pieces of DSP. So then these panels would be 1 1/4. So this could be a little bit larger if you wanted it to be. I kept it pretty tight for this one, and I'm going to show you why. And this is the card that Susan was holding like so and was like, I don't understand. And I was like, rotate and then we shall make the card. And she was like, ah, I see. The other reason I like this card is that when it folds flat, it fits into a standard size envelope. And you can see I've got a little bit of wiggle. So I did make this one smaller than other ones I've made. But I thought this was nice with the boho blue paper. And then we've got the purple and then the sky's the limit piece. The one thing I didn't include on yours that I probably should have is you might want a white panel for this back piece to write on. So sorry, I didn't include that. That's okay. So I'm going to show you how to trim these down. You have the card base. And so you've got a base that's hopefully scored and is hopefully ready. I do think a bone folder is helpful on this one. Because you want these to sit pretty flat when you come through and are gluing some things together. So we're going to bone fold it and get it nice and flat. And then one side, when you glue it, you're not going to have it totally crunched up like this. You're going to pull one flap out and that's how this is going to go on. Okay, as a bottom bar. We add this bar for reinforcement. You could do just the card, but we're actually going to add, like, see how I did cardstock and the Memories and More card? Because it takes a lot of stress, this piece does, you want it to be really sturdy. So that's why I do cardstock and DSP or cardstock, and in this case, the Memories and More card. Okay. So let's trim a little. All right. So with this one, you're going to want to, we're going to trim, I'm going to make sure. Oh yeah, I did do something whack on this, Susan. I did do something weird. All right, so you couldn't notice and I didn't even notice. I'm gonna have to go back and edit this on the PDF too. I actually like seamed this together. I'm gonna hold it up really close to the camera. See the seam? But like you couldn't even see it until I like got it really close. So if you had DSP and you're using like a 6x6 sheet of DSP, it'd be no big deal. But in this case, we're gonna cut, and the panel pieces are a stupid measurement because I made this one a little bit weirder than I normally make. So they're 7/8. So each of these is 7/8. And so I'm gonna go this way. So we're gonna cut 4 7/8 inch panels. So we're just gonna go 1 and 2 and 3. Go away. And 4. Right. And then, yeah. Yes, this is how I did this. Oh, I did not remember I did this. So then this is gonna be, we're gonna just rotate this piece. And it's gonna be at 1 1/8. I think I did it really tight. So we're gonna do 1 1/8. And I'm just gonna look and see. Yep. And then 1 1/8. And so now we have 2 of these that we can then glue together to make this, and it might be a little long, but we can always trim that, but to make this bar that goes across here. It's a pretty busy pattern, and that's why you don't notice it. And maybe there's another way to cut this that would come out with a one long bar. I don't know, mathematically, maybe magic things can happen, but for me, this is the way I had to cut it. Oh, and then this.
Did you say 7/8?
These are 7/8. Yep. And these are whatever that remainder piece was, right? And then they're 1 1/8. So there, that kind of helps laying it out like that. Aha. And then we do need to trim just a wee bit off of this middle panel. So you can get your trimmer out, and I don't know, I think I did like 1/8 or something. I don't know, it was very tight.
So is it 2 7/8?
Yeah, this one is probably 2 7/8. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I think it just kind of tucks right, yeah, right in there. So, yep. There we go. Susan, you didn't catch my other mistake?
I was just so glad to get it the right way.
That's true. You were oriented.
I was so victorious in that I didn't go any further.
I will tell you that when Susan first, in addition to being upside down and backwards, she also had these pieces glued something like this, but they were like staggered. I wasn't really sure what was happening.
I was like the worst nightmare student ever putting this together.
It was amazing. I was dying laughing. I was like, clearly I was not made to
write. Look, I got it done. See?
Okay, so not so bad.
It can be done.
When we orient it this way, then we see. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue the 4 pretty panels. And I have done this before where I haven't put a piece of DSP on this inside one. So I've done like this outside panel and then I've skipped this one. But in this case, I felt like the purple was just so pretty that I felt like we had to do it. So I will glue these down. And then I'll show you how to do the little bridge that goes across the bottom. Because that's a so that Maisie.
Glinda is asking about measurements on the PDF, and yes, Glinda, the measurements are on the PDF, but there's a little adjusting that needs to be done. So Melissa's going to get that corrected and sent back out to you all.
I am.
Okay. So, and
I
never
think
fear if you are not getting everything done tonight. That's why there's a PDF, and that's why this is being recorded so that you can go back and look
absolutely.
at it and finish your cards.
Yes, absolutely. And this is good because this helps me catch all my mistakes. So all right, so when you've glued 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, 5 piece, you've glued all these pieces here, so we're good with that. And then on your little bar, you're gonna glue your 2 shorty pieces to make 1 big piece.
And what was the width on those? I apologize. 1 1/8?
1 1/8.
1 1/8.
So they're pretty tight, left and, top and bottom. And there is going to be a little bit of hangover, and I'm just gonna, not that kind of hangover, but I'm just gonna trim it with my scissors. Okay. Yes, where are my snips? Here they are. I was just excited that when I put these 2 together, you could hardly tell that there was any kind of seam here. And then I was like, oh, that's fancy. So yeah, there's a little bit of overlap here, and we'll just, with our handy dandy snips. I did have a first time crafter come, and we talked a lot about the scoreboard and, the cutting and scoring board. And then, she's definitely getting a take your pick tool because she has thicker nails and she can't pick up like little adhesive back things. And then when I showed her that the spatula could undo your mistakes, she was like, sold. And yes, so between the spatula and like using the pointy end to pick off, adhesive back dots, she was very excited. So, okay, good. So we've got this piece and we've got this piece. And I think the most important part is what happens next. Because you have to fold one side down in order to glue the bottom panels to their corners. And you're only going to glue them on these outside 2 bottom corners. So it's really important that you only put glue here and here. So I folded this and I've got glue here and glue here. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah? Bueno? All right. So, and I'm weird. I'm going to put glue. I never do this, but I'm going to put glue on not the back of here, but on here. Because I find that I can get better coverage, and I want it to glue to the cardstock and the DSP, because this is the biggest like stress point on the card. And so it's just, you want to make sure that you have really good adhesion. Yes. And then you're just going to make sure it's nice and flat, butt it up. There you go. And then when it's dry, which it's definitely not right now, so I'm just going to hold it. Then when it's dry, it does that, which is great. And you can train it to go one way or the other. You can make it fold the way that you want it to fold. I like it to fold this way because they can see what it says. So depending on whatever I've got back here, depends on which side I fold down or not. But it can go either way. And that's what's cool. And then, of course, I put some fresh pressed butterflies because why not? Awesome. All right. Questions, concerns, comments?
Thank
I think
you.
this is a great fun card, Melissa. I really, really like it. Now that I know how to do it, I really like it.
Yes, I want it to be a fun card, not a not fun card.
They're all really cute designs.
Good. I'm so glad. Yay, I'm so glad. Yeah, something about these cards, they make me work for my designs. Like I don't generally look up a lot of like other designs for these, and I get more creative with these than I probably do with any other of our products. And so I don't know what it is about them, but it's like because my hands are tied behind my back, I think maybe because they're limited, I want to like blow them out of the box, you know? And so I don't know. Sometimes less is more, you know? And so in this case, less makes me work harder, which is good. We want that.
Again,
Say what?
what is that? The last card? What is, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, so I don't, is it like a bridge fold? I thought it was a bridge fold.
Okay.
Do you know, Sarah? Is this called a bridge fold?
I think so.
Because it's not a gatefold. So I think it's a bridge
Step-
fold.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's what I call it. I might look it up. Let's say, what does the internet say? Bridge fold pattern tutorial. Let
And I
us
think
see.
sometimes it's just the uniqueness of the design too that just makes it even extra special. Because like I think
Right.
the last time I did this kind of a card was probably last Christmas. You know, it's like, why don't I use that more often?
It's a great fold. And yeah, for me, like there are certain products that lend themselves, like really, like you're right, Sarah, like a design, right? And in this case, like having all this purple and then just that one kind of pop with the sky is the limit. I think this is really, it's like it was this. I didn't use any other cards. Like these were the cards, this was the design to make this work. And I think this would look really cool on anyone's mantle. So yes, it's a bridge fold. I was right. Yay. Not only can I do the fold, I know the name. It's a miracle. I'll just say Susan and I are so thankful to have you guys on our team. We are we're just, yeah, we're so thankful. And we're so thankful that each and every one of you is joining us and is working to better your best, is having fun, designing stuff, doing fun things. I think that for us, you know, this is fun. We enjoy this. This to me, like designing these and getting to make these packets for you guys was a lot of fun, even if I didn't get them delivered all. But I think I was really proud that my office was clean, honestly, y'all. I think that's part of it too. And my office was clean and I forgot all about it. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you, and we're really proud of our teams and what they're doing and how you support one another and how you support us when we need help on retreats or events or whatever. And we love seeing you guys work with each other too and support each other and do awesome things together. So the only other thing I'll plug is we are going to do, there will be an organized swap for Candy's group. And we hope and pray that each and every one of you will participate in our organized swap. We also hope and pray that each and every one of you who can might make it out to the shoebox swap if you're interested. We have a little chat going with a lot of folks who are local. If you're not on that chat, let me know if I've like left you off. It is completely inadvertent. And I know Susan hasn't added a ton of people on it from her group, but we are happy to add you to our chat. We have finally come up with a date and time for the fall shoebox swap because it took many days of discussions, and finally I had to put a poll out and be like, stop talking, just vote.
Well, and for those in my crafting circle, this time it's going to be at Crystal Wilson's, and Crystal often comes to our craft Sundays, and she lives fairly close. And so for a lot of you, so yes, I will get you all added to it and then you can decide on that. But it's a very fun activity. Both the swap and the shoebox are great things to participate in. Is there a post up on the candies swap yet? Okay, good.
I
Because
haven't
there's
done,
always a race once you put it up.
I know. And so I haven't done either one. And so I'm
Okay.
going to do them both this weekend. I told Crystal Wilson she got first dibs. So we are having it at her house. So, I figure she gets
Yeah.
first dibs. But yeah, so
Hers
Crystal,
is September the 8th, right?
yes, and we're going to do it from 2 to 5 is what we've decided. So she could take up to 16 people, which is a
Wow.
lot. So we'll see. If we take 16 people, that means you're making 16 cards in 3 hours plus snack time and chat time. So that means you need to be on it, Patsy Palmer. Or we're going to be making them the next week. So what'd you say?
I'll take pictures.
Yes, exactly.
There you go, Patsy. And then the deadline for the organized swap is, what did you decide?
So I'm wrestling with either August 31st or September 7th. I would prefer to have them August 31st, because then we have them for when the catalog goes live. It's tight though. It's going to be tight. So it might be that we set August 31st as the deadline and I do rolling. So basically, like I do rolling card, like mail outs, right? So I don't wait because I'm doing them in sets of 10. You're just making 10 plus 1. You're only making 11 total cards. So, if I can do them and roll them, that might be what I have to go with and do like, here's a window, like tell people I'd like them by the 31st and see what we get. And some people that might push some people away. They might say, no way, I can't do that. But, and I know school starting and all that jazz too, but
So
Well,
have you
the other-
posted that? Have you posted that yet?
I haven't posted either one. I'm going to do them this weekend. I'm waiting until the weekend because we still have quite a few folks who are working and I didn't want to post it in the middle of a work day and then be like, dang it, I didn't get a chance to, blah, blah, blah. So I decided I would do it this weekend when everybody has fair-ish game to get in there and grab what they want to grab. We do have a lot of new stamp sets. I'm not opposed. So the organized swap is still a case the catalog one. So that's where we try to model our swap after the catalog. Candy, I'm gonna check in with her just to make sure she still wants that. And she still wants a case the catalog. I think the quality of swaps are a lot better when we do case the catalog. So, and then I feel like our shoebox swap quality is really high because we see each other in person. I don't know. I felt like there's some sort of like face-to-face accountability. Plus, crystals will involve like heat embossing and 17 layers and burnishing and God knows what. So for crystals,
that you make in 3 minutes so you can move to the next station, right?
well, that's because she's like pre-done 27,000 things for you, right?
Yeah.
She's so funny, and so involved. But yes, so I would just say, from your team leaders, we highly encourage you to participate in either or. And then I know that if you're going to Candy's event in September, she's going to do open swapping. So anything that's current will be swapped there and there'll be people swapping there. And that kind of has an energy and a very different vibe because you make what you make. So you can make 10, 20 and you're just going to go swap and who's swapping is swapping and who's not is not. And you're going to get some online exclusives, some annual catalog. I mean, it's going to be although I have a feeling people are going to be focused on the holidays, but I'm hoping there's a Halloween card in there somewhere. But I'm sure Darlene will whip one out. But yeah, so lots of opportunities. And, that's where we get a lot of our good ideas from. That's probably where I found how to make these originally. Like, I never figured these out without a real sample in my hands. So.
Well, and one other thing I'll mention is that Melissa and I Melissa mentioned at the beginning that she does these Better Your Best parties, but not necessarily every quarter. But we are talking about doing this together again. And for sure, she has a challenge that she's going to issue her team. I have one that I'm going to issue my team. They're not necessarily the same challenges. We're kind of doing different things sometimes, but there's a good chance we might come back together in a quarter and do this again. So your feedback on that will be appreciated. And I think, this is also all about growing community because we get to hang out with more people and more crafters and learn more things. So we're really delighted to do this evening. Hope you've had a good time.
Yeah, please. And let us know, especially, combining teams, let us know, you can send us a message later. But we're open to that too. How do you feel about, us kind of combining our efforts? We feel like, we are better together, right? We Susan and I know we're better together, but we think you guys will be better together with us as well. So, but please let us know your thoughts on that. And yeah, look forward to another challenge from us. And we're looking forward to a great holiday catalog kickoff. I think it's going to be, it's a pretty one. And I will say I am getting a set that's just for me, and I have no class intentions for it. It is that Northern Autumn, whatever, pumpkin spice situation. I do not want to do that in class. There are 27,000 dies in that set, and there is no way I'm teaching that in any class of any shape. But I will be making cards for myself for that one. I'm just telling you. But
Which one was that?
Oh, that Northern Autumn that has the pumpkin spice.
Oh, yeah.
It's toward the end of the catalog. It's really, really cute. But yes, many pieces. So,
You will never see that one in a class, y'all. Just saying. That is not gonna happen. So
well, y'all have a great weekend, and thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's great to see all of your faces this evening, and happy crafting.
yay.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.